Okay, so we have some thoughts. We're going to wrap up Oogie Boogie Bash.
Yes, we did that last night, got in late, because we were there till, the parade ended about 10:40. So by the time we made our way out, got back to the hotel, it was way past 11.
Yeah.
So we were there. What time did we get into the park? About 3:30?
If you had a ticket to Oogie Boogie, you could technically get in at 3. I don't think we walked in until 3:45-ish.
Yeah, something like that.
And we went the back way through California Adventure.
Yes, so we didn't even go to get into California Adventure. We went through the Grand California to the hotel.
Yes. To get to the backside, I think, of California Adventure.
Yeah, it lets you in kind of where Grizzly.
Yes.
What's that called? The Grizzly Adams.
The water ride.
Water ride. The Grizzly Bear. What is it called? I don't know where the water ride is. Close to Soarin', which is kind of, it's Soarin' over California, so that's the whole California area. We didn't even really look at that.
No.
We just walked past it. But anyway, to get into California Adventure, you go through downtown Disney, and we didn't see the way everything was set up for the entrance for Oogie Boogie Bash until the end of the night when we left. So they had this whole thing set up above the entrance it's just decorated for Oogie Boogie. It was very cool. So there were parts of it that were good, parts of it not so good.
I don't understand. Okay, so let's start with the positives.
Yes.
We got a lot of candy.
Yeah, oh gosh, yes.
We saw a lot of rare characters.
Yes.
Which was very cool, and got our picture taken with two. The ride lines were on the shorter side.
Even though we didn't do as many rides as we probably could have. Not everything was open, but anyway, so let's stick to the positives. The positives, I think.
They had more food available than Mickey's Not So Scary.
Yes, so there was more food, more unique characters, like really unique characters.
Yes.
That you had to line up to meet. A lot of the part of the things with Disneyland is that characters walk around. This was more you had to line up to meet them.
So you could either line up to do a meet and greet, or you did a trick or treat trail, and there were characters throughout that, and you could just stop to do a quick hi. And no one ever rushed us or told us to move along. So, that was really nice.
Yeah. And there were some unique characters like Hades and Agatha Harkness. And who else did we go by?
The Kingdom Hearts Mickey and Donald.
Yes. Oh, and the Maleficent, of course. So a lot of that was very, very cool. So I think the unique characters, definitely a plus. The whole vibe of it was very cool. That Villains Grove, where you walk through and you have all the lights, the way they shine on the trees and
sparkle and glitter.
That was really cool. I thought that was very impressive with the fog machines and the sound effects and the music and all the lights. I thought that was probably the coolest thing of the night. I really do. I think it just created a feel and an atmosphere. So I did like that, and I like the characters.
Yeah. So we have done Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party over at the Magic Kingdom at this point too many times to count.
Yeah,
it's at least a dozen, probably more. But this was our first time at Oogie Boogie, and if I'm going to compare the two, I think Mickey's Not So Scary literally dumps on Oogie Boogie.
Literally?
Literally.
Is Mickey just squatting? No,
a lot of people say that Oogie Boogie is a superior Halloween party, and I'm going to disagree. I do not think so. I also don't think it was a limited ticketed event.
No.
There is no way.
It was so crowded. It was so crowded.
It was so crowded.
Like, I don't know when they make the regular paying guests leave. I guess if they try to get on the
everyone
rides,
there had on a wristband. I didn't see anybody walking around without a wristband.
So would you be allowed to stay for the first parade if you're not an Oogie Boogie Bash ticket holder?
It was just insanely crowded. Where at the Not So Scary or the Merry Christmas Party at Magic Kingdom, you feel like you have space. You could actually stand and twirl at any point.
Yeah.
We couldn't even find a place to sit for the parade. We were there 45 minutes before it started.
We got lucky. So what happened with that? We skipped the first parade. The second parade started at 10. Well, kind of started at 10. but I'm not familiar with California Adventure because this was our first time there. But in the center area where the Headless Horseman statue is located, we were in that area there.
I think it's called the Hollywood Studios area.
Is that part of the Hollywood Studios still?
I think so, but I could
because
be wrong.
In that circle area there, they had different characters like Tweedledee and Tweedledum, Queen of Hearts, Cheshire Cat. So it was all Alice in Wonderland themed for those characters. But anyway, so we had split up for a little bit with Steve and Ariane. We were meeting there, and I asked one of the cast members, does the parade come this way? And she said, yes. I said, where would be a good place to stand? And she said, right here, because we're going to rope this area off. So we got very lucky and had a spot right in the street there, which basically gave us front row seats, or standing front row, where we could see them coming down the one road as they were coming towards us, and then they would kind of make a soft right as they continued down that other road there. And again, I'm not familiar with just basically going past the Headless Horseman statue. So it was a really good spot. So I'd say the spot was great for us once we finally got it.
But like literally for Not So Scary, if you're going to watch the parade in Frontierland, you can walk up 15 minutes before it starts and find a great spot.
Yeah. Now,
I don't believe it's a limited ticketed event.
I don't know.
I think that's a marketing scheme.
The parade itself. So it starts all the way in Pixar Pier, in that area there.
Which is the back right side of the park.
Yeah, so very close to the Incredicoaster.
And it walks all the way to the front left of the park. It is a long route.
It goes all the way to Guardians of the Galaxy. So this is the whole path that it takes. So when it starts at 10, it's starting over there at 10. By the time it got to us, it was a bit later. Yeah. But it starts with the Headless Horseman.
Just like Not So Scary's parade.
No, not just like. Because in Orlando, that Headless Horseman is galloping.
Yeah, that's true. And
this horse was a little tired, I think. Yeah. He was just sort of sauntering. But what was cool is that he stopped right in front of us. Mm-hmm. So we had an opportunity to take some really good video and shots. So that was very, very cool. Then, after the excitement of the Headless Horseman, what do you get? Nothing. We waited, 10 minutes before the rest of the parade started?
Yeah.
Like, why do you space it out like that? Where it's the Headless Horseman and then such a long wait for the parade. Is it to kind of mask that the parade itself is so short? Because it was not that good of a parade. They had some floats.
Very short, where Mickey's Not So Scary Boo to You parade is much longer, much more detailed.
Yeah.
And the Oogie Boogie parade, it's all villains. I mean, you see Mickey and Minnie in the very beginning, and then it's all villains. Which is very cool. If you love villains, this is the parade for you, which I did. I totally enjoyed it.
But, that said, who are two big villains that we're missing? Whose party is this?
Yeah, Oogie Boogie wasn't in the parade.
And neither was Maleficent. Like, how there was the dragon, that last float was, the Evil Queen, and it ended the last on the back of the float. Usually you get Maleficent in there in the front, and the Evil Queen is in the back of the float in Orlando anyway. Back of the float was the Queen of Hearts from Alice. So, I mean,
it's called Oogie Boogie Bash. Why wasn't Oogie Boogie in the parade?
Yeah, but you had Dr. Facilier, so that was very, very cool. And then one of the similarities was with the Haunted Mansion. You had the Gravediggers and the traveling, or the...
you do have that in Not So Scary. You have the 3 hitchhiking ghosts.
The hitchhiking ghosts. Like, what the hell? The traveling ghosts. The hitchhiking ghosts. So there was that similarity. In the parade in Florida, do you get Constance on it?
Yes.
She's on that too.
No, she's not on the float. She's a separate kind of, it's almost like she's
she was floating, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Yes. This one, she was on the float. And did you see her heart beating when she passed us? Because she was on the back of the float. So there were elements of the parade that were very, very cool, but just very short. And that gap in between the horsemen and the rest of the parade just seemed to be completely... not necessary. It just deflated everything and took the air out of the room.
So to sum it up, the tickets were about $130-ish a piece, which is much cheaper than Mickey's Not So Scary. The event goes from 6 to 11, but you're able to get in at 3, which is nice because at Not So Scary you get in at 4 and it starts at 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, there was enough time to get in some rides before the party started.
I was able to ride the Incredicoaster for the first time. That was cool.
But to sum it up, I just think it's a one and done for me.
Yeah, I mean...
I don't think there's any reason to go back. I'd rather spend the money and go to Not So Scary.
Yeah. No.
And I know, don't come at me. I know they're two totally different events. One is totally villain-centered, and the other one is more Halloween, all the characters. But I don't know. I left feeling a little disappointed.
However, if you want to put a little bit of hope in all of this, if this is a little bit of what they're going to give us with Villain's Land and Magic Kingdom, that's going to be very, very cool.
I agree.
That's going to be very cool. So, I mean, overall, was it a bust? No.
No, not at all. We did. We had a great time.
We had fun. So just separated from Mickey's Not So Scary, it was fine. Probably the two things that I disliked the most was the crowds, and just that gap in the parade. I think definitely, and those are my two big pits. The peaks, I would say, just the characters, just meeting the different individual characters, and also that Villain's Grove. I thought that was very, very cool. So I really enjoyed that. Is there anything that we're missing that we can't think of?
I think we got it
I mean,
all.
we rode a few rides, but those are, California Adventure rides. Nothing specific to the party. But, yeah, I don't know.
All right.
Yeah,
So those are our thoughts.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me, but maybe it'll be for you.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it was good, though. I'm glad we did it.
I'm glad we did it, too, but I don't need to do it again.
All right.
So don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell because you don't want to miss any of the next Jen and Joe on the go action because we're in Disneyland and we have a lot to do.
Oh, yeah.
And,
full week.
And just one more thing. I mean, we had a great time. It is less expensive than Mickey's Not So Scary. I just don't feel the need for me to go back and do it. You might have a totally different experience. And I'm not saying it was bad. It was good. It just didn't meet my expectations.
Yeah. Well,
and it was extremely crowded. And I think Disney was pulling our leg. I don't think it's a limited ticketed event.
Maybe limited compared to their regular capacity for a regular day. But technically, if they did that, then they could say it's limited. But what's their capacity? What's the capacity for the limited capacity?
Oh, and we got a ton of candy.
Well, yeah. There's so much candy we don't need that candy, but we did. They were handing them out in buckets. And then, gosh, what else? What else are we forgetting? I feel like we're forgetting something, but
we'll come back and we'll add an addendum
if we need to.
Something.
Yeah, but overall, I enjoyed it, I think.
All right. So. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
There you go. That's cute. Bye.